Welcome back, everybody, to another brand new episode on Boundary Line Podcast. Dillon Pink here, along with Sheldon Dougherty on the show. And the IPL has started. We had our first game. It was the Royal Challengers Bengaluru taking on the Chennai Super Kings. And it's the same old story for the RCB boys, day in and day out here at the IPL. But Chennai registering their first win there. Royal Challengers Bangalore batted first. They scored 173 for six. Chennai Super Kings in the end, they're winning by 6 wickets, 176 for four. Mustafizur there, the main wrecker. They're picking up 4 wickets up front there to dent RCB's batting. And, although they had a good finish from DK and Anuj Rawat there, I thought, which they did really well. But in the end, it proved too less on that kind of a wicket. Before going ahead and getting our analysis in, requesting all our viewers to please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and do follow us on social media as well. The handles down there in the description. Let's get started, Sheldon. Same old story, same old things happening with the RCB. If it's not the batting, it's the bowling. If it's not that, then it's the fielding. If it's not that, it's a toss. If it's not that, then it's bad luck or something else to do with the pitch or, something happened to someone. I don't know what it is. How many excuses can we give right now? What's the excuse right now,
Uh,
Sheldon?
Honestly, I don't think we can make an excuse still. I mean, the last time we saw RCB win in the Chipak was in 2008, which is
Oh, yeah.
almost unbelievable considering at that time they were one from one at the Chipak. They had a 100% record at that time. Till since then, I mean, it's been one-way traffic. No surprises. Chennai turn up, same old Chennai. They turn up, they play well, they win. RCB turn up, confused. They win the toss, they bat. A pitch which seemed a belter, and by the end of it, Chennai looked like they could have chased 220 the way they were batting. In fact, fantastic the way they batted. But yeah, for RCB, Dill, I mean, same old story. This time it wasn't the middle order, it was the top order. Our top order, which scored all the runs last season, didn't score. It's wonderful to watch RCB play, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Sheldon, absolutely there. But let's get into the analysis there, Sheldon, and just review this game there. Faf du Plessis, I thought he batted really well there. He started getting those boundaries, and mainly he's the one that takes that initiative, the aggressor role there, and he keeps going. Virat didn't have much of the strike at the start, his comeback game, big game there for him that didn't do much damage there, but he looked good. He looked good. Let's be honest, he looked good there, but he went for that short, Sheldon. Unfortunately, got caught out of there on the boundary. If not, on another day, that was going for six. They good catch, I must say, good catch
Very
on the
good, yeah.
boundary. But Mustafizur, just brilliant bowling up front. I don't know how, Sheldon, these guys, they go to Chennai. Any player that goes to Chennai, they seem to just get better. And there's this new look to them, and they've just been like the best bowler, the best batsman, the best player ever, right?
Dill, you're spot on there. I mean, the fact that Mustafiza took four, I mean, I don't think I've seen him play a game since his first Bangladesh first three games, where he burst onto the scene. He was insane yesterday, wasn't he? Did that first spell?
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
seemed like every ball was doing something. Which pitch was that on? Because that first over he bowled where he got Patidar and Maxwell, it just seems like those two pitched on the line, good bounce. Where were they playing in the Gabba in that that first over? I mean, those two balls which got Patidar and Maxwell, I think were the only two balls that bounced in the entire game. I mean, that was crazy, but fair play to Mustafizer. I mean, his spell was excellent. We can talk about what happened later in the game, but just his first two overs where he took 4 wickets, I think that was the key moment of the game. Though you can talk about other moments, the way Chennai batted, the way RCB came back, but I feel that was the most important moment of the game. Mustafizur's first two overs, because if you take 4 wickets in 2 overs, that puts your team right on top.
Absolutely spot on there. Mustafizo just bowled brilliantly. I thought, that those two balls to get Maxwell out and
Patidar.
Patidar out as well. I thought it was brilliant test match line and length there. Bounced in a good area there, carried to the wicket keeper, and then Tony does the rest there. But let's talk about the comeback from RCB. Something good, we need to talk about RCB there. I thought DK and Anuj Rawat batted really well to bring them, to get them to that total. But DK in the end said that, in his post-match review, once the innings was over, he said that this is under par on this ground. He really felt 190 would have been a good score, at least on this ground, right?
Yeah, and I think DK was too honest there, like telling them, yeah, guys, it's become an absolute road. Go on that hit. I
I
mean,
thought
but to
I
be
thought he was
fair,
missing. I thought he was missing his days at the in the com box. The way he
yeah,
spoke about the game was really good.
for sure, Dil. I mean, but yeah, that partnership, I didn't see it coming, if I'm being honest, Dil, after what we saw last season with RCB and the middle order letting them down. It was good to see Karthik back in form. I thought Rawat played a terrific knock. I thought the way he attacked and the way they rebuilt first, because obviously they were 70 odd for five. They didn't start hitting right away. They knew if they got it at that time, 120 was looked like what would be their scope. But yeah, an excellent partnership, a good comeback. But yeah, Dil, I think we did see also in that partnership how good it was for batting and the way the ball was coming onto the bat. And even Chennai didn't seem too phased by that score, knowing that okay, if we bat well, we will get this target. And it did show when Chennai came out to bat. And Dil, I mean, the way they started, Rachin Ravindra, Dil, I mean, the year he's had, like from like October last year to now, he just looks like he's one for the future. Not the future. I mean, now he's playing terrific cricket. Dil. How impressed are you watching him bat?
I am super impressed by the guy, Sheldon. To be really honest, there are two guys right now on the scene that have really impressed me a lot, and I think everyone else, and they both are left-handers. One is Rachin Ravindra, and the other one is Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think both these guys, and especially Rachin Ravindra, he came into the World Cup also last year, played brilliantly for New Zealand, went to the Test series. Also after that, did really well there, and just in his first IPL game, just hitting it out of the park and playing like he's always played at this level, always played in the IPL. You just get that feeling when you saw him play that he's always been here in this team. And that's the thing I like about CSK. Like they back the guy so well. Other people would have had like nerves getting in, your
Yeah.
first game. I don't know how to do this. You take your time, but Rachandra Winder didn't waste time, just like went after it and really, really looked good there. But what are your thoughts on Ruturaj Gaikwad as a captain? He's the new captain now for CSK. Dhoni, of course, not leading them, but he's still there in the background because I thought they chased on the total really well also there in the end, like winning easily. I thought the game was going to get a bit close if RCB had to bowl well in the right areas. Again, the bowling not up to the mark. Sheldon, Siraj letting them down. Cam Green also a bit wayward. I don't know. Why would you not bowl Mayank Dagar? He was bowling so well. And why do you
Yeah.
take him out of the attack?
I don't know. I saw they posted also he bowled 2 overs for what, 8 runs, 10 runs, and he was spinning it quite well. And I know matchups and all this. Everyone talks about matchups, and it's because Dubé is a left-hander, and how you shouldn't bowl a left-arm spinner to a left-hander. But I think that's rubbish. Still, I mean that's
Yeah,
complete rubbish. If he's a
yeah.
good bowler, he can bowl to any batsman, whether he plays left-handed or right-handed. Because anyway, batsmen switch it now, so it doesn't matter which hand they start with. So I found that very strange. I mean, and Gaikwad as captain, I think it's the perfect time to move on because eventually Dhoni is gonna retire. Might not be soon. You never know. He might play forever. We don't know. He seems to look younger. In fact, till yesterday with the
Eh,
long hair and all, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
2007 MS, and with his gloves. I mean, how quick is he behind the stumps still?
Brilliant stuff by MS. They even that affecting that run out at the last ball of RCB's innings. They're super quick and even
Yeah.
moving to his left, stopping all those balls there that were a bit wide and stuff like that. Really, really good. But I thought even RCB, the extras that they were giving Sheldon were way too
Oh,
many. And I just can't anymore. I just can't. It hurts at some level. It hurts when you see the team that for 16 years you'd have felt that okay, they've got it right at some point. And I know there's a lot of talk that only I think RCB, then Punjab Kings, and I think Delhi have not won the IPL so far, right? Lucknow, of course, they've just
and
come in,
Lucknow,
so
yes,
we'll spare Lucknow for
There's
now, but
four. There's four.
there's four
Not only
teams.
three, right?
Okay, but I think
Yeah.
there's not much of spotlight on any other team like this there on RCB because they've been there from the start, boasted a lot of good names, signed good people in some seasons, had the right team also to, to get them all the way. But just decisions and the way they play in certain moments in the game, Sheldon, cost them, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, especially with the bowling, where they don't adapt to situations in games, which I feel cost them. I mean, yesterday, for example, the bouncer tactic, for a while it worked. They got Mitchell out, they had them four down. But what we've seen from Dubé is that he plays the bouncer well. We saw that last season. And you're bowling a bouncer every ball. Only RCB can do it where they'll bowl 6 balls bouncers, I mean, in an over, which
I
is
swear, man,
quite
really.
crazy. And out of those six, two are overhead, so that's also like wide. I saw some that went for 5 wides because that's what they needed, right? When they're defending that score. But yeah, I mean, a great start for CSK, and I think ominous signs for teams who are going to play CSK because when you look through their batting order as well, I mean, you have Dal Mitchell as well, who's an
He
excellent
played
player of
well.
spin,
He played well.
excellent signing as well. I mean, some of these signings, you look at, for example, other teams who spend big money on not the topmost players, but CSK, whenever they buy a player, no matter how good, they don't spend that much, right? Dil? Like even
Yeah.
Mitchell wasn't that expensive. Ravindra, not that expensive. But two very good signings and two people who look like they obviously love Indian conditions. So I think a big plus for CSK.
Absolutely, Sheldon. Daryl Mitchell and Rachin Ravinder, we discussed that in our review also of the IPL, that they are going to be the people to watch out for in this team because they can make the difference there, and such good batsmen, both of them, and already proved in their first match that they can turn the game anytime. But that's a story for for RCB, as it goes every season for them, and even in this match, they looked like they didn't give their best. Let's hope that, now that the middle order has come good in this match, the top order comes good in the other match is going ahead. But let's see what happens, guys. It's a long journey here in this IPL. Of course, gets over in May, so let's see how they fare out. But that's it from us, guys, on the show. Thank you so much for watching it. Do leave your comments in the comment section and let us know what you thought about the match and where you think these teams are going to finish off at the end of the IPL. As usual, do follow us on Instagram. The handle's down there in the description, and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.